Penis. Penis. Why is it so fucking bright here? Look at this. Look at this ingenuity. Hey, why don't you up the quality of your streams? No, no. I enjoy looking like I'm getting fucking interrogated. Welcome. Welcome to a dying channel. This is what it looks like. It looks like a man who's gone to the end of his wits, putting a light that doesn't even look good. Still there in the frame. God damn it. What a mess. What a disgusting mess we have here. But you know what? I'm still on the ship, my friends. Even if it might be a sinking ship, even if the ship might be covered by insurance companies or the main manufacturer like the Titanic did to try to cover up the fact that the ship did in fact split in half. I'm still here. All right, I'm still here on the ship. I'm like the captain. I'm not going to leave the ship until I've actually submerged myself entirely. But that's what this channel is. This channel is essentially a sinking ship, or if you would, a some sort of what's that Malaysia plane that crashed under nefarious circumstances. That always puts me off every time some sort of plane happens to, especially the one not so long ago that just made a complete nosedive, just 90 degrees straight down, which everyone said that's impossible unless there's some sort of intervention. No plane just does that. No, it still freaks me out every time I fly. But one thing that I've noticed about this channel too, which it's you would assume you would sound only on one side for me. See, another caveat here of this dying channel is its inability to learn from previous experience, right? Like for example, that's a problem I've had about 1,000 times. Sound settings, something that I should have fixed. Maybe it's because I disconnected it and then reconnected it like an absolute moron. I shouldn't have done that. I should realize, no, what you need to do is have a setup permanently affixed in a corner of your room and never touch it. But instead, like an absolute moron, and I know how to fix it, I just forget how it is in Windows 11 because Windows did a very nice thing where they go, no. What we're going to do is that we're going to make it look pretty. We're going to make it look nice as opposed to making it something that I could easily find. Let's go to Control Panel. Control Panel. Thank you. Jesus, they're trying to phase out Control Panel, the most useful thing on it. They're trying to phase it out just to make it look more like an Apple product. And you know what? I see why. I see why looking at fucking AirPods. Okay, is this it? Oh my goodness. You know what? I can't even see this because it's so far away. This is maybe why this channel's a sinking ship. Maybe this is why. Because of things like this, why I should have fixed it, should have figured that I was going to do this. Is this it? 2-channel? Can I change this? I don't know if I could change this. I know I've done it live before. Sinking ship, my friends. Look at this. You get to see the setup behind the scenes. What other channel does this? Where you could see the setup behind the scenes. No other channel does this. Mine is the only one that lets you see behind the scenes fixing the retardation. Okay, is this it? No, this one's not it. It's this one. This one's it. So if I go here and change this to 1, guess what, my friends? You should be able to hear me now on both sides, right? That's the sort of quality you get on this channel that you don't get on other channels, right? Like you might watch a Chris Ramsey video and think, whoa, look at the production value here, right? But you don't get this sort of friendliness. You don't get this sort of this homegrown approach that you get on this channel. My goodness. So hopefully now you should be able to hear me on both sides, even though I just ruined that I'm sitting down on a jiu-jitsu doll on an Amazon Basics coffee table, right? I've ruined that. But we have an action-packed episode. We're going to talk about a lot of things. We're going to talk about some videos that I've seen recently that just make me question life and realize that we deserve all the bad things that have come to us. Still standing, though, says Manel. That was a tremendous joke that I still think about from time to time. Like, oh, great. I see you upgraded to a standing desk now. How is it? Let me know how this standing desk is. You get it? You get because it's a coffee table. And then at the end of this, I realized that my feet have no blood in them because I'm an old man. I keep having little things that happen to me which I realize are probably age. Like I have a hard time getting my breath as of late. Like I have to do one of those. I don't know if I'm dying. Hopefully not, but it definitely affects minor things. I mean, I still walk on a daily basis. I still work out, but it's annoying. A little bit of an annoyance. I think it might be something that I've taken recently. I've been taking pre-workout as of late. I've been taking some supplements. Right, it's not anything crazy. It's just common stuff. Zinc, right? Magnesium, not magnesium. Zinc. There's another one that I've taken, but might be that. Who knows? We'll find out. Stream fix gameplay any percent. Yeah, the only person that does one of those, this guy right here, any percent done in less than what, a minute and a half. I was playing a video game yesterday. I hate games. I hate the idea of video games. I'm not a fan of them. I play them from time to time, but I hate myself for it. I'll play a game maybe twice a year, really get into it, and then stop. Cold turkey, because it takes up so much time. Time is precious, and we're wasting it playing these fucking games. So I like to minimize my game use as much as possible. But there's one that I've been playing recently, which is a horror game, and I was contemplating playing it on stream. But I don't know. I don't know if there's a viewership for that. I've tried playing games before on this channel on stream, and it's never fun because you realize, oh, I'm not playing the game. I also am in the process of making content, so it's a back and forth that I don't like actually doing. If I'm going to play the game, I want to concentrate on the game. I don't want to have to be entertaining, right? I don't want to have some byplay. I want to just play the game and enjoy it. And I realize that when I'm doing a stream and playing a game, I'm not playing the game. I'm doing a stream. It's different. It's a different mentality. But there is a game that I've been playing that I thought would be immaculate to do on a stream, which is Madison. It's a horror game. I've shat my pants maybe 4 or 5 times to the point where I've left, had a cigar, come back, right, and then played the game because just the way they orchestrate the fucking scares is just tremendous. So I don't know. Maybe I might do one of those. I believe Pigsworth is just crouched in a squat position under the desk. Let me tell you, I would have the strongest glutes, my friend, if I was just here in a permanent squat position. As a matter of fact, after this stream, today's leg day, I've gotten into deadlifts as well. My technique was terrible. It was mostly back because I didn't realize that deadlifts weren't an ab exercise. Every time I would do a deadlift, I'm like, man, my abs are on fire. And no, it's supposed to be a core, a leg, a whole body workout essentially. But you're supposed to put the fucking force from the thrust from your legs. So my friend gave me great advice. Just treat it as a squat. Treat it as a reverse squat. And from then on, I've been deadlifting like a fucking vampire. Like a vampire. Like a bing bong. Like a vampire. I also fixed the setup here so that now things should be a little bit more seamless. I'm going to use my Airpods. Look at this. Talk about, is this, fuck. Is it that I have this as my AirPod case? I think I mentioned this before. It's a little piggy, right? It's a piggy lying down. But I've realized Apple is essentially going to take over the entirety of the planet because how seamless this is, right? Even connecting it to my Windows. I just put it, I connect it, and then I can now put this and hear from that distance without any problem whatsoever. And right now it's off, so it's not draining battery. So when I pull this back, the foreskin back, and put it in my ears, now it's connected to the computer. What? And yet, if I turn on my phone, it's going to know that I'm connected to my phone, and it's going to turn on and then connect to my phone. There's too much. There's too much technology these days, my friend. I want to see Piggy shit his pants on stream. Maybe later. Maybe later when I'm playing the game, I might do a Madison stream. But usually that's more towards the evening, and it's always terrifying. I hate it, but I'm almost halfway through the game, so it's kind of pointless unless I'll just do it. Fuck it. I'm thinking too hard. I'll just do it. Zero fucks playing this game. And also the headphones is something that fucks me up when you play these games with headphones. No, thank you. Not a big fan. What are the topics? I know that I had some things that I wanted to go over. Rudeness. I want to go over why people are so rude. Hence the title of this episode. We live in a society with a picture of George Costanza, a show that I'm sure most modern individuals are not going to have any idea about. Shows like that, they're going to watch like Friends and shit. They're gonna think that a really old school show is Friends. And then I realized, yeah, you know what? It is old school because it's 30 years old. Same thing with Seinfeld. That show was started in the 80s and then it ended in 1998. I still assume that 1998 was 10 years ago. No, no, it wasn't, my friends. Also, we're going to talk about some Cologne guy that I've been following. And I'm also going to show you guys a TikTok that really reinforces my hatred of dogs. I love dogs to see them. I love dogs to pet them. I hate the idea of owning a dog. I think that you're dumb. You're throwing money and you're throwing emotions into something that's going to die within a bowel movement, essentially. So I'm not a fan of that. I'm a fan of I would like to get a pig. I'd like to get a duck, but pets in general, right? It's a fantasy that I have that I'm going to get a pig or a duck and I'm going to it's going to live forever. It's going to live as long as I live, right? Which, judging by the breathing problems that I've been having as of late, is probably not going to be long. But I assume that they're not going to die within my lifetime, right? That's the only way that I would get a pet, is if I know it's not going to die within my lifetime. Because then I'm taking care of something and I know I'm going to watch it slowly deteriorate. And, yeah, isn't that something you want to add to your life? Isn't that something you want to purposely add to your fucking life, watching your pet slowly deteriorate as you throw money into it? No, thank you. So I'm going to show you guys a video that reinforces my hatred of dogs and how they're just so self-centered. Anytime somebody knocks on your door, I remember when I was living at my mom's house 10 years ago now, you fucking, the door starts ringing and the dog just, is it about me? Is it about me? Oh, it's about me. No, it's not. It's not. It's a fucking package. All right, relax. Anytime they lose their minds, anytime another dog crosses in front of the window, they lose their minds. Oh, is the dog here for me? No, it's not. All right, get out of your fucking head. And that the dog moms. Don't even get me on dog moms. Low Volt says, God damn it. Ducks live 5 to 10 years. Pigs live 15 to 20 years. Your brother Robert lives forever. Thank you. I'm glad you remember. Daniel and my boy Caesar on a stream. I'm like, hey, man, just don't say anything about my personal life. Don't say anything in relation to my family or a personal life. And then just drop names, which is great. It's always great when you drop names on a stream. So I'm glad you remember that, Low Votes. Your topics were something about society and how we deserve bad shit. That's true. That's every single stream. I'm always angry because I'm always around people. And here we actually have I have a hypothesis based on an article that I'm going to show you guys later on in the stream. And it might not be a popular one. But it is a hypothesis. And it's reinforced by my experiences. But we'll get into that in a bit. Well, dogs don't die easily, at least none of the pure 100% model breeds. Those crossbred and weird mutts can get ran over and live tortillas and chicken bones. That is true. They wouldn't live off dog bones. They're living with dog bones. They can't live on dog. Well, okay. All right, let's not get into a semantic argument here. We don't want another Roe v. Wade, right?
Okay, let's go.
Okay, so I don't know what to get into first. One of the things also, I guess the videos that I posted this week, which are tremendously popular, by the way. It's great. Every time I post a video, I just see the dozens and dozens of views on it, and it makes me contemplate what it is that I'm doing for a living. Thank you, Patreon, for allowing me to do this as a living. I appreciate it, because YouTube, Lord knows, is not on top of that. But I made a video talking about your experiences, the PigCake community's experiences with cringe and times that they've messed up during magic tricks. And I thought that was a nice video going over some of your cringe stories. I made a little bit of a post on it. But it was funny because some of them, obviously, you have the trying to be funny, trying to be witty, right? Oh, my biggest cringiest story was I started doing magic tricks. All right. Thank you for that. Some people try to make jokes, right? We have some that were good. For example, Edge here says, my dad was walking down the street and turned into a drugstore. See, that's funny because it's double meaning, right? But some of these were actually genuinely cringy stories, and I was interested to read these, and I did that on a video. But it all ties in from I think the worst one that I read in this that was a terrible experience in Magic, I have to imagine, is if you get caught forcing a card. Right, I know this is gonna get Virginity. I apologize, but this is a Magic channel, unfortunately. You force a card, right? They know you forced the card. Your force was shit. And you go through this whole fucking thing of let me just try to pick up your card. Just think about it in your head. All right? Say it over and over in your head. Right? Obviously, so they know you made them pick a certain card. So they know that you know what the card is. Right? So that's the foundation. And on that foundation, you build this house of shit. You build this house of feces, essentially, one of those old huts that you might find. I was reading a book called Blood Secrets recently. I know, reading a book, right? Look at Piggy trying to, and this book was on African juju. That's how it's called. That's what they call it. I've mentioned this before. And the guy was talking about his shitty hut. And when he studied in a university, he saw that, oh, people actually live in houses, and these houses are well constructed. And yet he spent most of his life living in this shitty fucking hut in the in a riverbed, which is what I figured. This completely distracted me. Thank you, text. But they live in these shitty huts, right? And what I'm reminded of is that. What was I going with this? What was I going with this? That's why I should put my phone on Do Not Disturb, because it completely takes me off of my groove here. What was I talking about? Shitty huts. And now I get into a whole aside on African juju. How did that happen? Oh my fucking goodness. Could somebody help me here? What was I going with this? I don't even know. Maybe I'm dying. I think maybe I am dying. I think maybe this is a sign of the end times, my friends, when I can't recall a subject that I just mentioned, that I was just getting into, about shitty houses. Fuck. Well, that was a terrifying experience. Something about card forces. Yeah, okay, you're right. All right. I was stretching out a metaphor longer than I needed. I apologize. I was stretching a metaphor, and then I got distracted by my retardation and fucking texts. We can never be in peace. We always have to have fucking text or phone ringing. So the metaphor that I was referencing here too is you're building a shitty house on a foundation of shit, right? So the whole premise is shitty. And then you go through the whole process of trying to pretend like, hey, no, tell me the card, but tell me in your mind, okay? This card only exists in thoughts. It only exists between us, all right? Think of your card. Yes, I'm seeing a black card. I'm seeing blackness, right? Is your card a black card? And they go, yeah, my card's a black card. And you go, great. Think of the suit of your card, right? Spade, club, spade, club, spade, club, spade, club, spade. It's a spade, right? And they go, oh my God, yeah, it is a spade. And you go, all right, now think of the value. All right, think of the value. Ace 2 3 4, ace 2 3 4 5, ace 2 3 4, ace 2 3. Your card was the 3 of spades. And they go, yeah, I know you made me pick it. I saw that you made me pick it from the beginning. I saw that you forced the card on me. What are you doing? What do you do at that point? What do you do at that point? You go, oh, okay, sorry. What are you supposed to do? You got caught on your whole premise, your whole fake little show here of going through this process of picking up their card using your mind power is a moot. It doesn't exist. They know you forced the card. That might be the cringiest scenario to find yourself in. Going through this whole process of revealing a card and you forgot it. No. I think if somebody catches you forcing a card and you go through this mind reading process, I don't know if I could recover from that. I think I might just off myself, because what do you do? What do? They realize that you were here acting, that your whole effort for the past 5 minutes was lies, built on a foundation of lies. So, oh God. So that's the one that I read, and that was pretty bad. Thank you guys for putting me back in a train here. I derailed myself for a hot second. Could you imagine the lineage of where that started? It started off in getting caught with card forces, and then somehow it moved right into African juju, and then from there it went to a completely different place that I have no idea. even how to navigate back. And you guys pulled me through as a PigCake community. But that's a video I put on the channel recently. It was a good one. It's a nice one. I want to do more of these videos where I put a request out from the PigCake community and then make a video covering it. Right, what happens from time to time is that something would come up on a live stream, and then I write that down, and that becomes the subject of a video, which has happened for quite a lot of them. I've realized there's over 1,000 videos on the channel already, right? So there's 1,000 videos on the PigCake Magic Academy. There's also 1,000 videos on the channel. My goodness! And yet, look at where we're at. I'm built on a foundation of feces, my friend. This channel is built on a foundation of feces. I don't know. I guess you could say I made you pick it because it was never in the deck. It was actually my pocket, and then cop it or palm it and shit. Yeah, that's actually a really good out, right? Per se, you say you go, oh, that's interesting because you saw the card in the deck, right? And they go, yeah, I saw you make me pick the card. And you go, well, the card wasn't in the deck. And they go, no, it was. And you go, no, look, it wasn't in the deck. So you might actually have found a good solution there, my friend. Look at you and your virginity. That's actually a really good one, Red Dead. Hopefully it's not in I can't tell what your little thing is, but hopefully it's not from the video game, Red Dead Redemption, because then that means that you would have made your entire persona based on a video game. But yeah, that's actually a really good one. Bro, at that point, I hope the spectator calls me out immediately. True. I think it's also a testament to how shitty of a participant the spectator is. If they go, I'm going to watch this guy fucking squirm. I'm going to watch him squirm. I'm going to see how far I could stretch this guy out. What he's willing, the length that he's willing to go to. All right. And then at the end, I'm going to tell him. Although that has happened to me before back in the day where I did this terrible card reverse that I saw on a School of Hard Knocks, which is one of my favorite videos by it's an autistic raccoon. Okay, that's infinitely better. Red Dead. But this terrible card flip from Rodney Reyes's School of Hard Knocks, which is one of the worst rated Magic DVDs, but is one of my favorite Magic DVDs. It's one of my favorite Magic DVDs. It's how I learned a lot of my stuff, but it was a terrible card move. If I could even show it to you, where you reverse a card, and I was doing this thing. You palm the card, and then you flip it in the deck as you fucking spread it shittily, like that. So then that reverses the card in the deck. I was doing that to someone, and I palmed the card, I did it, and then at the end of the trick, right, I show the card, it turned over in the deck, and then at the end, that's when the person told me, man, I saw you palm the card. I saw you put the card in your hand. And I went, oh, thank you for telling me at the end. I appreciated that, as opposed to going, the card's in your palm. It's in your palm. I see it right now. Look, it's there. And then ruin it. So at least he waited till the end of that. But let's go into, I guess, the bulk of the episode here. I know I've rambled long enough. I don't know what I should start with. I guess I should start with the dog one, maybe. Let me put on my little AirPods here and see if this actually works. One thing, by the way, like an absolute virgin loser, these AirPods don't fit in my ear when I go walking. So I have little hooks that I put around my ear. And I've realized there's nothing that'll get me less vagina than if a woman sees my little AirPod ear hooks. Oh no, I have to have a hook because they fall out of my ears. So I'm glad that actually no, I'm not glad. I'm not glad because they should make this universal so that it fits in everyone's ear. This should be like a globalist dream. Right, there's one design, but it fits in everybody's ear. It doesn't fit in my ear, so I have to have little virgin hooks. So let's see if this works. Pushing my long, illustrious hair. Let's see. Okay, the AirPods. You ever want to just find the nearest bridge and jump off of it? That's what I want to do. I want to do that right now. So let me see if I could load this up. This is a TikTok about a dog. Oh, okay. Loud, a little bit loud there, buddy. So this is a TikTok about a dog. Let me just, I guess, introduce it, right? That's what a professional would do in this sinking ship that I have as a fucking channel. So this is a fucking a dog, right? So it's a dog, it's a man, and it's a bear. And of course, the dog, being the dog, goes, oh man, I'm going to go and talk to the bear. Oh, so let's see. Let's smoothly transition. Look at that. No problem so far. And let's play the video. Hopefully you could hear the audio. Let's see. Of course you can't hear the audio. Why would you be able to hear the audio, right? Why would you be able to hear the audio? That only would be, oh my goodness. That would have only been perfect, right? That would have only been seamless if you would have been able to hear it. That would only make sense. So now I have to go here. Oh, man. Okay. All right. No, I could do this. I could do this. Shut up. Because you're going to need to hear another video. So now I'm going to have to do this. I'm going to have to go here. Is it going to be, I hope it's this one. All right. Is it this one? Speakers. Focusrite USB audio. No, I'm going to have to put Airpods. Oh, hey. Hey, ever heard of fucking cringe? Ever heard of cringe, my friends? Where you should show something that you're not supposed to be showing? It's not working because the audio is coming out of my fucking AirPods. But unfortunately, I don't have it there. I don't have it set there. Right? Isn't that great? So let me actually go here and change it to my fucking AirPods. Ever wanted to find the nearest school and change some lives? Because that's what I want to do. Especially showing information that I shouldn't on my fucking live stream. Okay, so let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. Let's go here. There you go. All right, thank you. Good job, stream. Good job, stream. Thank you, Apple. Also for naming my fucking AirPods. So yeah, so hopefully now you should be able to hear it because, again, nothing on the stream is seamless. Everything requires effort, right? Everything requires effort. It's a metaphor for life. It's a metaphor for life. So this is the fucking thing. Let's go here. Let's play it. Was that even worth it? Was that all that effort worth it to show you guys that? Was that? I don't think so. I don't think the effort was worth it. But let's break down what's actually taking place in the video. Let's actually see what's going on in the video here. So here, right, the dog goes in there and tries to attack the bear. You own this pet. So what does that make you? Right? You own this pet that is, dare I say, on the spectrum. This pet, without any qualms, without any problems, decides to go after this fucking bear, this animal that would rip it to shreds. And now look what the owner has to do. The owner has to go and fight the fucking bear himself because of the stupidity of the dog. This is the society we live in, my friends. This is a bigger metaphor for the society that we happen to live in. Especially what this man is willing to subject himself for his dumb dog. It's the dog's fault, right? The bear's there. The dog decides to go after the bear. This is what I mean by whenever the fucking, whenever the, what do you call this? Whenever the doorbell rings, whenever somebody knocks on the door. Oh, is it for me? Is it for me? No, it's not for you. Okay, what would it be? What, it's Chewy, a Chewy delivery for your dehydrated ass? No, thank you, my friends. Yeah, right. Hood repairs featuring PigCake. What the hell? So it's just a good metaphor. I think it's a good metaphor to me as to how stupid dogs are because they think that that's about them. So, oh, look, the bear's there. It must be for me. It must be for me. Oh, whoa. I'm gonna go talk to Mr. Bear. Maybe it's gonna be like Lion King, where the lions are living together with the animals that they eat. Right? That's the part of Lion King that they don't really emphasize. But these are wild animals, right? They're not gonna live together in harmony and sing with a fucking toucan and a monkey. That's not the way it works, right? So here, maybe I don't know. Maybe the dog thought, oh look, it's just a bigger dog. It's just a bigger dog. There's no way the dog was like, I'm going to defend my owner. That's what some people would try to spin it as. Oh, the dog was just trying to defend the owner. No. The dog was being a dog. The dog was being an idiot and trying to maybe a play, right? I remember dog sitting for a couple years and years ago. They were going on a trip, and unfortunately, I was made to have a dog that me and my significant other at the time had to take care. And I'll never forget taking this dog to the dog park, right? So one of the things that the dog owners told us was, oh, go to the dog park and just let the dog roam. There's the one we go to in this little nice affluent area. So we go, we let the dog there, and then the dog's enjoying itself, running around, playing with other small dogs, and then this fucking beast, this absolute bear of a dog, comes into the park, and of course the parents release it, and well, the dog starts mauling our dog, the small dog. It starts mauling it, right? It starts just biting into it. And then the owner's like, no, they're just playing. They're just playing. And I was thinking, what if we were like this? What if humans were like this? What if this was a human experience, right? What if I just go up to you as if I'm the dog playing with the smaller dog, mauling it, biting it, pushing it, and I do that with another human? I'd get shot. Rightfully so. I would get shot. But no, here, in the context of dogs playing, the owner was like, no, the dogs are just playing. No. Your dog is eating our dog, the dog that we're taking care of. I would never purchase or procure a dog. But your dog is mauling this dog that I have, unfortunately, been tasked with taking care of. So that was, I remember, a fun experience. And it's the same thing with this. Right? It's the same thing with this. This dog thought, oh, no, I'm going to play around with Mr. Bear. No, I know. You probably thought that you weren't protecting. You were trying to play with a wild, ravenous animal. I have a big dog, and it will send any strangers to Jesus. Well, at least you have a purpose for your dog, which is to ward off potential would-be robbers. But even that, when I was younger, another thing is that every Cuban woman had it in their head that if they put a sign out that says beware of dog, that's the equivalent of a one of those security systems. So they didn't bother paying for security systems. The only thing they cared about was if people see that there's a dog there, it's going to make them less likely to rob the place. No, that's not the way it works. Okay, they're going to look at the sign, they're going to see that there's no dog, and they're going to go and rob your house. And it's happened to many of my relatives because they thought, no, the dog sign is going to be a deterrent, right? It's going to make them stay away. It's going to make them realize that you don't have a security system. That's what it's going to make them realize. So I saw that in particular and really thought that was a good way of making my point that dogs are terrible. I get it. People happen to really be in defense of their animals. People happen to want to go, no, dogs are great. I'm a dog mom. Look at my sign. My sign here says I'm a dog mom. I'm a mom for dogs. You own an animal, right? You've domesticated what used to be a wild beast. This dog, back in the heyday, this wolf would go into the forest. It would forage. It would survive. It would raise a family. Right. Instead, now look at what we're done. We're Trevor. Pay attention, Trevor. It's my other favorite thing. Right. Rich says, "Is this an emergency broadcast?" I think all of them are emergency broadcasts at this point. To be honest, seeing that I'm on a sinking ship, I'm on the Titanic, the Pig Titanic. I'm on it, so I'm sinking. Right. I'm sinking with the ship. So they're all emergency broadcasts. I'm trying to project myself as far and wide as possible to try to spread the word of the pig. Clearly, that's not working. Because of bear, I keep my bear inside my house at all time. Beware of dog, and it's just a chihuahua. Yeah, that's the other part too. Beware of dog, and then it takes a robber maybe 3 seconds to go, yeah, that's a small dog. I could literally kick that, and that's not going to be a problem. So that's a really good use of the sign there, Grandma. But yeah, these animals used to be in a forest. They used to raise families. They used to forage. They used to get their food for the kids and the other mates. And no, now we've domesticated them. And we have all these little weird things, right? These weird things. Every time it's happened to me a couple of times. I'm with a friend at a bar, and they go, hey, or one of these outdoor hipster bars, and they go, hey, this person's coming over, but they're bringing the dog. What? What do you mean? Bringing the dog to the bar? You're bringing the dog to the bar. It doesn't matter how well trained that dog is. It's going to be some sort of conflict, right? And you're going to have some person go, oh, can I pet it? Oh. And then inevitably what happens is the dog ends up seeing another dog, and then they end up screaming. And then you have both owners going, yeah, no, this happens all the time. This happens all the time. They just, like to play around. And then they start biting and they go, no, Trevor, do that thing that we practiced, right? This thing, look at me. And it never works. And you realize you're a retard. You're an idiot. Why are you doing this? You've subjected yourself to talking to a dog like it's a baby, and now you have all these tricks that don't work. These little things that are like, no, look at me. Look, paw up. And it never works. You saw it on a YouTube video, and you didn't implement it correctly. You should have done that from inception. Instead, you're like, oh no, I'm going to wait and do this. And it's a wild animal. Its instincts are going to take over. It doesn't matter. Right? If they see another dog, yeah, maybe you've trained your world-class dog trainer. I don't think so. That dog's going to be an annoyance to everyone around it. Red Dead says, yeah, I love my pet as much as the next fella, but dogs are just happy idiots. They don't know what they're doing. Dangerous, which could lead to bad altercations. So why are you going to take it to the bar, man? Smash that like button, says Rich. I don't know if that's going to make a difference, but, I'll read your comment and agree. I didn't rescue them. They rescued me. Ugh. The service dog is another one, right? Invisible disabilities. That's something that I've seen. I've also seen people take advantage of the service dog thing, right? People that I've known for a while that are like, oh, all right, so you're this type of person, and you have a dog that you have as a service dog for an incident that may or may not be questionable. Okay. All right, I see your game here. Your game is you just want to be able to take the dog inside of Target. Let's be honest. That's what you want, right? You're taking advantage of what is a real life thing and going, no. I just want to have a dog and I want to take it inside of Target. So I'm on to you, people with fucking fake disabilities to have a dog be your service dog. What's the dog providing? Comfort? Yet the moment another dog comes in, it's like World War IV. Fuck. I'm saying 4 because we're technically in 3. Do you pronounce it button or button? However I said it, button. Button. I don't say button, right? That's too much T's there. Another thing, I guess let's just get into this one, right? There's another topic that I want to get into, which is I think I'm going through a thing. Right, I think I'm going through a thing. I don't know if it's a crisis, a midlife crisis, but I've been into colognes as of late. Like looking at colognes, going to like not thrift shops, but going to like Marshalls and all these other stores and looking for colognes. What is that? Why do I keep getting fucking? Thank you, Manel. I appreciate your distraction call there. But I've been into colognes, and I've been into colognes more than anything. Clone colognes. So not the expensive ones. I want to see the knockoffs that last longer. That's what I'm interested in. I'm not interested in your fucking Tom Ford tobacco vanille. All right, that's $250 for 50 milliliters. Suck my nuts. No, thank you. What I'm interested in is Al Haramain Tobacco Oud Tobacco Edition. Oud Tobacco Edition for $20, but lasts longer. That's what I'm interested in, right? I'm interested in those. I'm not interested in the fucking expensive, unnecessarily bullshit that I'm going to use. And then what? Now I have to buy another bottle of $250 cologne? No, thank you. So I've gotten into those as of late. Can you shop as a blind person? Do you think it's the dog that picks up the groceries? Well, I'm saying not all of them, okay? There's a small percentage of people that are taking advantage of the fact that there are invisible disabilities, right? And they have a service dog. I've known, let's say maybe 2 individuals that have absolutely no disability and yet have a service dog that they call a service dog. And they say, no, it's my service dog. No, it's not. It's a dog that you want to bring into a Target, a Michael's, right? That's what I feel like it is. Cologne, the one that you find in pretty much any Chinatown, which aren't necessarily bad. Yes, there's a couple, right? There's colognes that are terrible, that are knockoffs of the real ones that just smell like alcohol, right? Just shit. It's just on the bottle, whatever. That's what I want to talk about. I'm talking about these clone houses of cologne that happen to get the same style, the same DNA of a cologne, and they replicate it as best they can. That's what I'm a huge fan of. Armaf, right, is one that I've gotten into a lot recently, and they are tremendous. I'm always downing myself in those, and they smell great, even though it's a clone house, right? So their whole existence is based on copying other more expensive stuff. So that's what I'm obsessed with. However, because of that, I've gotten into watching Cologne YouTube channels and watching videos of people that review colognes and talk about them and go over the nuances. And no, this one has notes of fucking cum from your dad's, those are the ones that I watch. And my favorite has been Jeremy Fragrance. I'm sure you've seen this guy, right? He's a fucking legend. And he's one of those that is like, it's just a sexual being. He's just a dude that that he just slams. He's just this. He's like Jeff Goldblum, I guess. Like, he's a fluid individual. He's just walking around like water, just being sexual all the time. And I came across this video, and this is just one that made me solidify the idea that there's virginity everywhere, my friends. Virginity exists in absolutely every single facet of life. 1 million? Nah, I use mil y uno. You're saying that, by the way, as if that's not an actual thing. That is an actual thing. 1 million, and then they'll just get, like, instead of tobacco vanille, there's actually one that's, instead of Tom Ford tobacco vanille, this one is called Charuto tobacco vanille. Right? They don't give a fuck about names. So that's actually one that put in a little bit of clever thought into it. And now with no, this isn't 1 million. This is mil y uno. That's actually an accurate statement there. So let's see. Hopefully, I heard a sound on my AirPods, which I hope is not the sound of the fucking disconnection. We'll find out right now. Right? I apologize for that sound as well. A little beep. Let's see. Hopefully, you could play this. I hope it makes a sound.
And the last one.
Yes. Okay. Perfect. So, this is Jeremy Fragrance talking about a cologne, and well, let's just see where it goes.
And the last one I don't talk so much about is Perry Ellis 360 Red. I love it, man. It's the dildo of the fragrance industry, and yeah, it's not so funny actually. Still don't know how to talk about the topic of masturbating. It's difficult, man. I do it, but I don't come, and it's like if I can be that honest, but it's simply to boost my power type of vibe. All right, ultimately, of course, I want to have a girlfriend and a wife. Turning that girlfriend into a wife and have great kids. So that's Perry Ellis 360 Red.
Wild, my friends, wild. So let's go back here, right? Because you see the cogs in his head.
Yeah.
You see the cogs in his head starting to turn, right? My favorite thing is when you see somebody's thought process, and you see it here.
And it's the dildo of the fragrance industry.
So he says dildo, and his head jumps to masturbating.
And yeah, it's not so funny actually. Still don't know how to talk about the topic of masturbating. It's difficult.
You don't have to, Jeremy. You don't have to think about it, because you don't have to talk about the topic of masturbating. Like, it's so, and I feel like this guy is such a genuine person after seeing 100 of his videos and just seeing, no, he's just this. This is how he is. He doesn't have a thought process. He just starts talking. And it's the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen. Because you don't have to talk about that.
Old man, I do it, but I don't come.
And then why do you gotta really put in all the details there, man? Like, it's enough that you bring it up, right? But then you gotta talk about your problems with it. No, I do it, but I don't come. I don't come. So that's my problem with it. And I want to have a wife. I fucking love this guy. But I just wanted to show you guys that. I know. And that's the best perfume reviewer. That's the best cologne reviewer there is. The guy has the biggest following. And I think it's for good reason, because of little moments like that. And because it seems like he's always on some form of coke. I don't think he is. Maybe he is. But it seems like he's on always some crazy form of cocaine. Not just coke, super coke. Do you pronounce didn't or didn't? Didn't. Well, didn't. It's how like oh no, you didn't. That's how like a POC might say that. I say didn't, right? No, he didn't. Didn't is kind of rough. He's European. We could feel each other. I believe he's German. Timothy Chevrolet Tobacco and stuff. Well, I was making fun of Daniel because when I went into his bathroom, he had Ferrari Cologne, right? Ferrari Cologne, and I was making fun of him. And for a long time, I would make fun of him. Being like, "What do you have fucking cologne from a car company? Are you done? Like, what are you doing with your life?" And then I realized that it's a very common thing. A lot of companies have their own colognes: Bentley, Mercedes, Ferrari. It's very common for a company to come out with their own cologne, and also they're really fucking good. Ferrari too is a company that makes really good colognes, and I was very surprised. So I called him and I apologized, and I said, "Oh, sorry, Daniel. I apologize." Me too, says that. Dang, what did I just walk into? I feel autistic. Dang it, I keep spelling lots of words by one letter. Let's see this one here. This feels like an incel PUA video you're watching. Well, no, I think it's the opposite of incel. They keep referring to these individuals as Sigma males, right? Like they're just beyond. So they call it Sigma males. So I believe that Jeremy Fragrance is a Sigma male. This is, by the way, this was an R cringe. This wasn't an R. This isn't cringy. All right, it's a man showing his heart, and his heart being that he has a hard time talking about masturbating while he does fragrance reviews. You gotta admire how open the guy is. Mitchell Ward says, "What do you think of Candace?" And of course, you're gonna say, "Can this nuts? Can these nuts fit in your mouth? Can this nut?" I need to have a car crash one. I realized that I need to have one that's a car crash. What's this one? 7?
Be better. Be better.
Be better. Okay. I need to have one that's a straight car crash every time I bomb. If you have a high pass filter for your mic, can you crank it up to the 90 hertz? Too much bass. I apologize. My voice has a resonating bass, but I'll do that afterwards. I'm not going to play with the EQ. I already had a hard time playing with the channel settings of my audio input. So imagine now me going to the high pass and then cranking it up to 90 hertz. That seems like a lot. And unfortunately, right now, to figure that out is going to be the other part, because I know where to go, but I also can't see it, which brings up the topic of masturbating. It's a hard thing to get into. I don't know how to bring it up. I jerk off, but I don't come. I just do it to feel the power. Great. Tremendous. That guy is a fucking genius. And you know what? I watch all his stuff. And there's a bunch of other ones. I think I'm going through a crisis. Like, I think I'm going through a thing. Because why? Why would I be getting into colognes? I mean, I've always bought colognes, but I get like Abercrombie fierce. Like, I smell like the inside of an Abercrombie. But as of late, I'm like, no, let me get into the nuance. Let me get into the tobacco scents. Let me get into niche fragrances. I want to end myself. Let's see. No worries. Sometimes people have a dedicated knob. That is true. I could add that to my production value here, which, as you can imagine, it's massive. Where is oh, there you go. Look at that. The Airpods falling out. Luckily, I don't need the audio for another video. So I'm going to put that down so I don't accidentally show more information about myself. Thank you, Airpods. I'm really glad you did that. Wonderful. It wasn't me. It was the Airpods. But I guess let's get into the last bit here. Seeing that this is a car crash of an episode, as they all are. So let's get into the bit here as to why I titled this video, "We Live in a Society." And this is an article that I found from Time Magazine postulating, why is everyone so rude right now? Now, I would argue against that. Here's the article. Right, here's the article. It says, why is everyone so rude right now? I disagree. I think everybody's always been rude. It's just that now you see them more often. So you get the impression that, it's right now that's the issue. No. People have always been rude. right? It's just that we're more exposed to them now. So I would argue against this title. But this one is, why is everyone so rude right now? And I'm going to zoom in here because I'm blind and I realized that I wouldn't be able to read this from that far. But let me know if you see a pattern here, right? Let me know if you see a pattern from this opening paragraph. So it says September 2021 was a bad month for manners. On the 21st, a woman pulled a gun on servers at a Philadelphia fast food restaurant when they asked her to order online. On the 16th, several women from Texas pummeled a hostess at a New York family-style restaurant. A few days prior to that, a Connecticut mother was investigated for slapping an elementary school bus driver, and that same week, this is why we put the car crash. That same week, a California woman was charged with felony assault for attacking a Southwest Airlines flight attendant and dislodging some of her teeth. Lonely Goomba, what's up, dog? I thought you were, for some odd reason, I thought you were a moderator on the channel. I don't know if I gave you the power of that, but no, it just shows up because you have a little check mark, on your thing. Rich says, I used to play triangle in my high school symphony, but I left because it was one thing after another. For that, I feel like I should put you on a timeout. I'm not going to do that, but I should. I should do the same thing in your next video. Mid-video, start talking about masturbation. Yes, I think I was going to steal that bit from Jeremy Fragrance. I was going to steal it and add it to my video and then just have people go, what? Huh? What's funny is that I've noticed that whenever somebody watches my videos and they're not familiar with the style of content, right? They're not familiar with this person and they watch the video and I make a reference to something like, I go, oh, so this reminds me of horse cum. You see it in the comments. They go, oh, did he just say horse cum? They go, yeah, he's a weird person. That's the bit here. The bit is that it's you wouldn't expect me to say that, but then you hear it. Right, so it's funny seeing people that aren't familiar. Did you notice something, guys? Is there something with that paragraph? Did you notice something? Right, these were a lot of examples of incidents that took place, adding to the idea of people being rude, people being ill-mannered. Is there something that you guys noticed? Let's see if anybody gets it here in the chat. What is it? What is it? There's something here that may be a commonality. Something odd that's taking place here. Abraxas, I was just touching one of your decks. Yeah, I was just touching one of your decks right here, as a matter of fact. Abraxas, the man, the myth, Nathan. I was disappointed you didn't give me the tattoo, though. I was going to say you gave me a tattoo in England, but no, you had one of your cohorts give me a tattoo, right? My first tattoos is my second and third tattoo, sorry. Abraxas says, yo, sexy, on my way to perform at a wedding. Hope I get some virgin points and a bridesmaid talks to me. I'll even accept a please go away. Well, here's the thing, right? Anyone talking to, it's like any press, even bad press is good press. Even if they talk to you, you talk to a girl, man. You talk to a woman. So if she says, hey, security, how'd you get in here? She still talk to you, dude. So you take that as a W, my friend. You take that. Oh, shit. What was that? Okay, a sound just came up. I don't know if somebody subbed. Oh, welcome to You Shouldn't Be a Member. Yeah, I turned on memberships on the channel. It's something I don't want you to do. Right, I turned it on because YouTube has a promotion going on in the background. And I'm like, oh, all I have to do is turn it on. And you give me something? Yeah, okay, YouTube, I'll do that. But Rich, you joined. I even titled it, Welcome to You Shouldn't Be a Member. So I titled it, trying to deter people. I make a mention that you get 2 emojis, and that's it. You get 2 emojis, and that's it. I hate that I've been here the entire time, by the way, showing this screen, my small self, when I should be talking about this. Let me go here. Sorry, let me go to your comments, and then I'll go back to the actual topic. But there's something there that's common, my friends. I don't know if any of you guys have picked it up so far. Hane says it's just people really stressed and projecting, disarm the situation with social skills to avoid them like a con man. Verbal judo, a good technique cops are supposed to learn, but you don't find it. You could find it online. I feel like that was word salad, man. I feel like that was word salad. But you know what? I'll take it from you. I'll take it from you. I like the name. Longtime Academy member, says Rich. There you go. So you're part of the PigCake Virgin community. I was gonna see if I could maybe have some shirts made for the I was gonna say piggybackers, but that's only a small tier of the PigCake Magic Academy. I just made a video this morning. I'm gonna drop it at some point on the actual academy. But thank you, Rich. So this is my hypothesis here. Notice that I go from that to sexism. I go immediately to sexism. The commonality here, my friends, it's all women. It's women here. All the examples that they brought, and I don't know if they didn't do this on purpose, for sure. I don't think the author, Belinda Luxcom, from what I could see there, Lusciouscom, I don't think she did this on purpose. But this has to go through a process. It has to go through an editor, through I guess somebody that makes sure that the article is fine, unless maybe it's an op-ed piece. But here, so a woman pulled a gun on a server in a Philadelphia fast food restaurant. Several women pummeled a hostess at a New York family-style restaurant. Prior to that, a Connecticut mother was investigated for slapping an elementary school driver. And in the same week, a California woman was charged with felony assault for attacking a Southwest Airlines flight attendant. My experience, my friends. It's never a dude being rude, man. It's never a dude being rude. And don't get me wrong, I love women, right? I love all different types of women, the shapes, the sizes, the colors, right? The different orifices on the orifices, right? But I think my hypothesis is that women tend to be more rude than men because women can get away with it. Women can get away with it. Whereas if a dude is rude, well, you're going to essentially lead yourself to a situation where you're throwing down, you're fighting, right? So in this case, I see a lot of examples of women. Now, obviously, this is anecdotal, right? It's not indicative of a larger pattern per se. But in my experience, I find that women tend to be a little bit more rude. And especially here, what are you doing fighting somebody? I've seen this recently too, right? And I hate watching these videos of like people bitching at fast food workers, right? Bitching at like, oh, you didn't put mayo in my sandwich, and now I'm gonna trash your entire restaurant because you didn't put mayo. And now I'm watching this like, you guys are just the worst, right? It's just a fucking awful thing to see, especially for something so minor. Like here, several women from Texas pummeled a hostess at a New York family-style restaurant. What would that hostess have had to have done to warrant an actual pummeling, right? There's very few things that she actually could do to warrant that. It's slapping somebody in the face, maybe, that would warrant a pummeling. But I'm willing to bet that these women were acting irrationally. A Connecticut woman was investigated for slapping an elementary school bus driver in that same week. What was the bus? Was a bus driver diddling your kid? Right? What was he doing? He probably said to, sit down to someone. Let's actually see that. Elementary school bus driver. I'm talking out of my butt, but let's actually see here. Did a Waterbury Prairie slap a bus driver? I'm willing to bet that it's a BS reason. That it's a reason that is not significant. Police are investigating an alleged confrontation between a parent and a school bus driver that occurred last Monday. You can't just do that. You can't just do that on so many levels, he said. You can't just hit another person. He said it happened in front of a bunch of children. The issue of late school buses has been a continuous one. So because it was late. So police say a call about an alleged incident on North Miami. They're investigating if the parent slapped him. So the bus driver says that she slapped him. And here they're insinuating that it's because it was late. Some parents have told they've waited for hours for their kid to get home. Our kids have waited much longer than usual in the mornings for their bus to finally pick them up. Traffic's a thing. Ever heard of that? I know that in your head it's probably not a thing, right? You probably assume that the school bus magically floats to the stops and just navigates through magic. But traffic is a thing, and it fluctuates, which is why some days the bus is early, some days the bus is not early, because traffic fluctuates. It's never consistent. So maybe you need to understand that. Maybe you need to realize that. It cannot happen. So this parent, I guess, is this one is it cannot happen. It shouldn't happen, and we're certainly going to keep an eye out during these difficult times when everybody is stressed. The bus driver works for whatever the fuck. So assuming that the bus driver was late, this mom decided to take matters into her own hands. Dislodging some of her teeth. What are you doing? When they asked her to order online, pulled a gun. Let's see this one. Give me my food. Woman pulls gun while at a Philadelphia Chipotle. I know what I said. I also hate this, by the way. This is another thing that gets me my gears ground. This thing. You see this? What's reading an article in 2022? I'm looking at a fucking mosquito ad. There's a video playing at the same time. There's a banner ad. No, stop it. Stop it. This is making me never want to get into your fucking website ever again. Give me my food. Woman pulls gun while in line at a Philadelphia Chipotle. I mean, we could assume a lot of things here, right? It's Philadelphia. It's a Chipotle. We could assume some things. According to police, the incident happened on a Saturday evening in the restaurant. Okay, there's some address there. It unfolded when the cashier told customers that they had to close the store due to a staff shortage. The cashier told customers they had to order their food online. The woman took the gun out of her bag and told the worker if someone didn't make her food, there would be a problem, police said. Is that a justifiable reason to take out your gun? Right? Is that a justifiable reason to take out your gun because of a problem that's beyond your control? Right? An issue that's beyond your jurisdiction. Right? You're not the person that led to the circumstance of a shortage of workers. You're not that person. You're just relaying the message. Hey, look, I'm sorry, you have to order online because we don't have somebody that could be dedicated to the actual waiting here. So we take the orders online, we make the orders, and then you could pick it up. All right? Seems like a logical problem, but not to this bitch. So employee made the woman's order in an effort to have her leave. After making the order, the woman displayed the gun again. Somebody better give me my food. The woman took the food and left in an unknown direction. I hope she gets arrested. I think showing your gun here in Miami, showing your gun to someone is, I think, 10 years minimum if you show your gun to someone. It's always fast food. Like, man, it's just a burger. Chill, says Lonely Goomba. I agree. And you always see the reaction, right? And, of course, these people are blaming. So Time Magazine is blaming people being locked in for a good portion of the year. They're trying to postulate that it's because of this cabin fever that somehow people are now reacting more rudely. No, people have always been this rude. It's just that now you're attributing it to COVID-19 lockdowns as opposed to hitting the problem where it starts, which is people suck. People suck. And they react irrationally for dumb things. Let's see this one. Now I'm interested. I've read all of them here. Charge of a felony assault for attacking a Southwest Airlines. How much you want to bet that this is a BS? That this is bullshit, a shit reason? Okay. So that one doesn't exist. But I'm willing to bet that it was a bullshit reason. And definitely not a justifiable attack on someone, especially in a plane, right? Lord knows you get so fucking entitled on a plane. Oh, well, this thing needs to hurry up. You get your driver's license. That would have been a car crash. You get your pilot's license, right? You do it. Do it. Come on. You're good at bitching. It's easy to bitch, but you're complaining about things that are out of your control, that are out of the control of the people around you. So why lead to conflict? Louis C.K. had a wonderful joke when people bitch about stuff like internet, right? Like, oh, my internet's being slow. Fuck. Yeah, you make a Verizon. You get some fucking hands and try to make a satellite. You make a Verizon then, motherfucker. Same thing here. Right, so dislodging some of her teeth. Honey, what's the point? A California woman. That's another one, by the way. A California woman. I can't think of anything worse than a California woman. A woman from the area of California. And I just don't mean Los Angeles, right? I don't mean all these other places. I mean the entirety of California, I think. They should separate themselves from the states. At what point should you lose the right to conceal and carry? This is a good starting point. Well, at least here in Florida, it's very easy to procure a gun, right? It's very easy to procure a gun. Obviously, if you buy it from someone, right, so you could just buy it from someone. Now, you can get your concealed permit. I'm not super familiar with the laws, but you are right. Some people shouldn't get guns. Some people are definitely not they're too impulsive, irrational. that they don't see it as what it is, which is something that could potentially end a life. Like, what do you think? What is this lady's mentality? This is obviously an irrational woman, dumb bitch, dare I say, that she thinks, oh, I'm gonna flash my gun around, right? This is quirky. I'm quirky. And then she probably laughed about it. She probably went with her little group of hens and laughed about it and said, "Oh man, I made them order." Now I'm being a little bit, I believe, on the side here. All right, the accent. I'm just giving a random accent to this particular individual, but she probably laughed about it after that. She took a gun out and she made them make her food because she wanted her food. You take that accent as you would, but it's. I just found out that particular paragraph funny, that they highlighted women. At no point in that paragraph was it stated that a man ran up and a man did this. A man could be rude. Men are rude at times, but in my experience, usually it's women because I feel like they think that they could get away with it. So that's my hypothesis. It's not scientific, right? It's not scientific by any means. It's just based on my experience dealing with people and lines and dealing with people, skippers, people that skip you for no fucking reason. And you go, excuse me. And you go, oh, sorry. You go, just go ahead. Just go ahead. You're already there. You're already there, ma'am. Appreciate you not understanding this perfect system of a line, a queue. I've gone on this rant many fucking times before. I apologize. But just dealing with people. Sidewalk. The sidewalk is another one that just gets me just to rabies, to the point where I'm developing rabies. Because a sidewalk, I didn't take a night course in sidewalk. Right? Like, I didn't go to school and they taught me this is how you walk in a sidewalk. It's intuitive. You treat it like a street. You treat it like a street for the most part. Sometimes there's going to be scenarios where you're going to have to walk and clash with people. But if you see that two people are walking in the same direction, right? Who's supposed to move? Let's see. Let's see, guys. I'm putting this out to the PigCake community. So if two people are walking in the same direction, who's supposed to move? The person coming from, let's just say north and south, right? Who's supposed to move? Which person do you think is supposed to move? I had the answer to this, and it's from God. It's not just, oh, look at PigCake being angry. No, this is an answer directly from the man, the myth, the legend himself, God. Right? So let's see. Let's see if anybody has some hypotheses here. I don't know what's the delay on this, but I want to see. I want to see what you think, because I already know the answer. But this happens so many times that it's this game of chicken. Right? And especially when it's like a couple that they take up the entirety of the sidewalk and then you're just stuck behind them, just walking, just looking at the back of their heads, wondering like, oh, man, if I was in a Chipotle right now and I was really hankering for my food, I'd fucking show you my gun right now and go, hey, make me my burrito, bitch. Always you because you're a member of a PigCake community. Steal the stripper's wallet right before they pay. Manel says random accent. This is from before. Both move to the right. Gutbuster Mike says both move to the right. In reference to how you're supposed to deal with a situation with, let's say it's a very thin sidewalk and both people are walking towards each other, right? Who's supposed to be the one that moves? Maybe it's like a car, right? Where it's the person that's the furthest has to move. I'll just tell you the answer. Both people have to move. It's not a game of fucking chicken, all right? It's you're not entitled to this thing more so than anybody else. You're not entitled to this fucking space more so than anyone else. Same thing in a mall. You see people walking towards you. Both of you are supposed to get out of the way. Both of you are supposed to make a conscious effort to move out of the way and to make sure that you don't run into each other. I'm not supposed to be the one that has to fucking barrel roll out of there because you refuse to move out of the way because you feel full, because you just came from the fucking food court and you're dripping with fucking Philly cheesesteak because you have no self-control, Samantha. Okay? So both of you are supposed to move out of the way. That's the way it works. It's not supposed to be one of you that's the submissive one that moves out of the way. Both of you are supposed to realize we live in a society. So therefore, we both have to move out of the way and allow this individual system to take place, right? Both of us have to move out of the way and allow society to move forward. My goodness. Gets me upset when I'm in a sidewalk and there's people taking up the entirety of the sidewalk because they think, oh, this is mine, right? I don't care about anyone around me. I don't care about anything that's taking place around me. No, no, no. No, my friends, we live in a fucking society. Miranda. Jesus. Gets me upset walking through a mall and seeing all these, just this weird entitlement to this line of walking. No, no. If you see somebody walking towards you, both of you are on this planet at the same time, unfortunately. So both of you have to move out of the way. Both of you. You have to make a conscious effort for both of you to steer off and move in different directions. Not this weird thing where now it's like, oh, we're here now, so who's going to move? Who's going to move? Oh, now I have to move. So I'm the bitch. No, no, both of us. Because we're bitches in this planet. You have this alpha mentality of, no, no, I'm going to walk here because I can walk here. No, 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 no. You're not entitled to that, right? You're entitled to the space, and you're entitled to realizing that you're around other people's space. It's not just your space. I remember being in a store once, and a woman just farted. Just farted. Just self-indulgent. No, no, you couldn't have a modicum of decorum. You couldn't have a little bit, huh? Couldn't. You just had to let it out because you felt like it. Oh, I had to go. I had to go. No, 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 no. You didn't have to go. You wanted to go. There's a difference. Ugh. God gets me fucking angry. Now I'm upset. Maybe this is why I'm having a hard time breathing and I have shortness of breath. Not shortness of breath, but I have to really take a nice breath in, right? I always trick myself into thinking that I have a worse thing than I actually do, right? So the last one was a hernia. Maybe this one is some fucking tumor. I have some, okay, all right. So I thought that some retracted messages here. Red Death says the worst part about both people trying to move out of the way is that they sometimes go right and they sometimes go right with them. So now you have to try to juke them like it's basketball. That is true. Yes, you could have people that are moving to the same way, but it should be intuitive, right? The intuitiveness is that you kind of veer to your right. Both of you should kind of veer towards your right, right? So if you're coming this way, you veer this way. So that way you guys don't hit each other. And it's not this idea of now, oh, no, 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 no. I'm not going to move out of the way. People are supposed to move out of the way for me. People are supposed to move out of the way for me. I'm the important one. No, you're not. No, you're not. We're both here trying to do the same thing. I'm trying to smell colognes. I'm trying to smell colognes in Sephora. It's another thing that happened to me recently, by the way. I went to Sephora. I want to try out some colognes. And a lady stood behind me, like right here. And she goes, hi, do you need help? And I go, no, I'm good. I just want to see some scents here. I just want to try it out. And then she stands behind me. Closer. Here, just do one of these. That's nice. That's nice. All right, that's cool. She asked me a second time, do you need any help? She hasn't moved, by the way. It's not like she's gone around the store. She's here. Here. I think she thought that I was stealing because she did it 3 times. So she asked me if I needed any help, and she got increasingly close. So I think she thought that I was going to steal something. Which, by the way, would be dumb, because what am I going to steal? This much? Tom Ford, what's the name? Black Orchid? No, I'm not going to steal that. Just move to the side, further away from the road. Bow before me, sidewalk peasants. That's how it feels like. That's how it feels like when you have these self-entitled fucks walking around thinking they own the damn joint. And even if they did, I have to go sell some carpets. That seems like some sort of weird sexual meaning. But thank you, Rich. See ya. If you move first, they have to commit to the other side. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, so if they see you moving in this direction, they have to commit to the other direction, right? So that's good. That's good. Whoever moves first, the other person has to move in the opposite direction. It's a good thing, right? It's intuitive. It's not, we're just going to butt heads. I own this spot right now, which is what it feels like most of the time. And oh boy, does it get my gears ground. Do a backflip to get past them, or go around and assert physical dominance. What I like, by the way, is that I was tempted to do a back roll here, to roll backwards. But you know what? I don't think I have the space. I don't have the real estate for that. And also, I'm on top of a jiu-jitsu training doll. This is how ghetto this show is, by the way. This is a jiu-jitsu training doll that I've stuffed with clothes and sand. I use this from time to time to exercise. And it's here for the purpose of a chair. So I'm sitting on its posterior right now so it could prop me up. Because if I didn't have that, let's see what it looks like. This is what it would look like. This is what the stream would look like if I wasn't sitting on my jiu-jitsu doll. It would look like this. Hey guys, PigCake here. Yeah, no. I'm not a second grader. I'm an adult. I pay bills. And it would have been this. This is what the stream would look like. So the jiu-jitsu doll gives me a little bit more, right? Like it gives me more prominence. Look at that. I feel like I'm important now. My tits are out. So I'm just pushing my chest, my back. It's pulling my chest forward. Nice. You have a tried judo, real good martial art for self-defense. I don't know why I read that like an Asian shoe reviewer. If you ever watch shoe reviews on YouTube, they're really hysterical. I don't know why I sounded like that for a hot second. I assume your shirt says gay in the streets, straight in the sheets. No, it says gay in the streets, gay in the sheets. I got this at Spencer's. I thought I was going to pay $9 for 2 shirts. I ended up paying $25 for 2 shirts because their clearance is a scam. So, and of course, I treat those situations as a learning lesson. Same thing when I get the wrong food, right? I don't complain. If the food's shitty, if it's bad, if it's the wrong thing entirely, I'm not going to complain because I take it as a learning lesson, right? Like, oh, I'm an idiot. I shouldn't come here, right? Same thing with this. This shirt, the lady said $25. I kind of misheard her. She was mumbling. I could have gone, no, thank you. I'm good. But instead I go, I learned my lesson. I should read tags closer. I should read tags more intently. So that's my lesson learned. So because of that, I have this ridiculous shirt that I can't wear. Well, I can wear outside, and I should because I should own it. But that's the stream, guys. Thank you for watching. It's been a good one. I feel this has been a fun one. We've gone over several things. We went through a lot of topics. And by topics, I mean things that get me upset. That should be, yep, that's a great perk. Yeah, so you get a face and you get those emojis. That should be $10.99. You're leaving money on the table. No, the only reason I did that is, again, because YouTube is running a special promotion in the background. So I had to activate my membership. I don't want to do it. I think it's dumb. I think memberships on YouTube are stupid. They take like a good portion of it, so there's no reason for existing. But I turned it on for a limited amount of time so I could take advantage of this promotion because I'm a whore. But that's the stream. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to be back next Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern time, so look out for that. Maybe look out today. Today I might do a gaming stream. I might play this game, Madison, while I shit my pants on stream. So I might do that. And you guys get to see how dumb I am because the game requires a lot of puzzles, a lot of little like solving of puzzles, and I'm actually legitimately dumb when it comes to that. So maybe tune out to that. As always, mind the gap. Mind the gap. Nancy Pelosi does insider trading.